Here's how our day unfolded in the Greater Toronto region. Those cloud covers started to roll away as the day went on. It was an overnight with showers, and then we woke up to the lingering cloud cover, and then it started to clear out. A great time lapse there at the CN Tower off in the distance. Daytime high in Toronto today was 26 degrees. And then here's a look at the rain we picked up. Toronto, 40 millimeters of rain. A lot of that, of course, happened through the overnight hours. It began last evening. For Hamilton, it was 20 millimeters of rain. Barrie, you were closer to 40. And down towards Windsor, they only saw 6 millimeters of rain. We're looking at isolated thunderstorms continuing this evening behind the cold front that brought you that rain earlier today. And then towards southern Quebec, they're seeing some thunderstorms as well. So that's all being sparked off behind the front. We're looking at westerly winds, so perhaps an unsettled weekend through some pockets of southern Ontario. Let's check out Friday morning. Note that along this boundary, we're picking up some moisture, and that's sort of going to be the story tomorrow. We have the risk of seeing these convective thunderstorms that are really going to fire up through cottage country Toronto, so a little bit of a soggy drive for people maybe heading up to the cottage through the Kawartha Lakes or Muskoka to get a head start on that long weekend, of course. And then for Saturday, we're dealing with some lingering cloud cover. Now, the reason is we have this upper level low in place, and while the forecast might look like a mix of sun and cloud, it's going to be cloud cover mixed in with some sun, so it's not that sunshine all day that you perhaps would like to see on your long weekend forecast. Here's a look at Friday, a risk at seeing some sun thunderstorms. Now, if you're not headed up to the cottage, here's something you could check out. And it sounds like a great music festival. If you like country music, it's something you definitely want to check out. It's a fantastic event. Now, here's a look at the forecast from Friday into Monday from Toronto towards Gravenhurst, just to give you a sense of that weekend weather. And it looks like we're just sort of struggling to get up to about 21, 22 degrees, and we're seeing some variable clouds. Now, it's been a summer with floods of epic proportions from Alberta to southern Ontario. In our special feature, Behind the Rising Floodwaters, we'll look at how these stories unfolded and exactly how they happened. August 4th at 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern. To the Greater Toronto region, you saw close to 40 millimeters of rain. If you were in Hamilton, it was 20 millimeters. Barrie saw 40, and then just down in the southwest, less at 6 millimeters of rain for the city of Windsor. Through the overnight hours, we are seeing the potential for some variable clouds. And this evening, I do want to mention that we could see some thunderstorms again, really widespread in southern Ontario. Tomorrow's forecast, unfortunately, looking a little bit soggy because I know a lot of people will be driving towards cottage country, Kawartha Lakes, Muskoka, and maybe east towards the Ottawa Valley. We do have some showers, convective thunderstorms in the forecast along this boundary right here. We're looking at westerly winds. And then on Saturday, this upper level low stays in place. Translation is that we're going to see some lingering cloud cover to start off your weekend. Here is a time lapse of the city of Toronto, obviously. It's a pretty great day to be outdoors. We're going to see a cool down in your temperatures in that long range forecast. So today was kind of a warm day and what we usually expect this time of year. Through this evening, there's the risk of thunderstorms, and then check out what temperatures look like into the civic holiday. For Sunday, it's going to be 21 in Toronto. Monday's going to be up to 22. Usually we're closer to 27, so not quite there. And then on Tuesday, we are seeing some showers. Here's your travel report. If you're headed stateside on Friday, it looks like New York and Boston are seeing some sunshine, although Boston has a slight chance of showers. New Orleans getting up to 33 degrees, Las Vegas 39, San Francisco gets up to 21 with a mix of sun and cloud, and Los Angeles getting up to 22 degrees. If you're headed towards Dublin, we're seeing some showers there on Friday. Madrid, a hot 36 degrees. Rome also gets up to 36 with sunshine throughout the day. Nice, a great place to visit. We're seeing hot weather there.
Yeah, thanks guys.
And you name it, was really pretty close to seasonal, but we're dropping down in temperatures again as we head into your long weekend. So we'll talk about that and why it's happening right here. We do have some westerly winds in store for you tomorrow, and we have a risk of seeing some thunderstorms. Now, it's courtesy of this boundary. We have some convective thunderstorms, not in the morning per se, but into the afternoon hours. So if you're traveling towards cottage country, maybe going to the United States for the long weekend, you are going to encounter some thunderstorms into that commute time home. For Saturday morning, we've got an upper level low in place. And what that means is we're just going to see some cloud cover into your Saturday morning, not really picking it up here, but you don't quite get that pristine weekend with sunshine all day on Saturday and Sunday like you might want for a long weekend. Oakville, Burlington, Friday's 23. There's that variable clouds for Saturday, getting up to 22. Better chance of more sunshine on Sunday here, getting up to 21. Civic Holiday Monday, 22 degrees. So stay out in the sun. It'll feel a little bit warmer. We saw all of those showers. Hey, if you're in the city of Toronto this weekend, the Caribbean Carnival is in town. The parade is on Saturday, so something to check out there. It's pretty fantastic. The costumes are great, really colorful. Through to Friday morning, 5 to 15 millimeters of rain for Toronto. And this evening, there's been the risk of thunderstorms. It's really dying down through the overnight. And as we head into the civic holiday, here's how the forecast looks for tomorrow. Maybe you're traveling out of the city tomorrow. Maybe you're staying in town. The Scarborough Rib Festival starts on Friday, so that's something to think about tomorrow. We do have a risk of seeing some showers, not in the morning. That risk comes along this dotted line, that boundary into the afternoon hours. So there's that moisture, risk of convective thunderstorms, and then it does clear out. But then on Saturday, we do see this lingering cloud cover with an upper level low, and we get into some northerly winds as well. That's going to cool down our temperatures to below seasonal the entire weekend, in fact. We'll take you to this. Now, through the conditions into tomorrow, we have the risk of some thunderstorms. This evening, we've seen the risk of thunderstorms, too. As we take you to the 7-day forecast, Friday will be 23 degrees, Saturday's 23. Generally, we're closer to about 27 for this time of year. So, yeah, it's below seasonal. And then there's that Monday forecast for you. Monday, as far as the long weekend goes, looks to be one of the better days in terms of getting sunshine throughout the entire day. Boots and Hearts, what's that? Well, that's a festival that's happening in Bowmanville. So that's some big names in country music. So a great festival to check out. That's in Bowmanville. We've put this together to show you between Friday and Monday what it looks like in Toronto and Gravenhurst. So cottage country and down towards the city of Toronto. And the city of Toronto this weekend does look like by Saturday we're going to see just some variable cloud cover, and the Caribbean Festival's in town, and that's when the parade is happening. So there's colorful costumes, something a lot of people really enjoy for the August long weekend. But note that temperatures are really coolish for this time of year. Generally, you don't see this for the August long weekend, and Gravenhurst is only getting up to a high of 20 degrees on Sunday, and we're not really getting that heat and humidity. Here's Bowmanville's 7-day forecast. Well, it's been a summer of floods of epic proportions from Alberta to southern Ontario. With our special feature Behind the Rising Water, we'll look at how these stories unfolded and exactly what caused them this Sunday at 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern.